Hey Patreon, we're just finishing fixing that little water bowl I told you about. And all we do is we hot glue these onto the bottom, like so. We take another cup and it just fits in there, problem solved. Why they're popping off is because you guys don't know this about me. I'm going to tell you about a problem I have before we get this started. I suffer from being really cheap. Like, I'm kind of cheap, and I know it. And so what I tended to do was use as little hot glue as possible, which in the long run has cost me more hot glue. So now I just throw like half a stick on one of those cups at least and just call it good. And you can fill that and place it right there. Done. And see, it's pretty good now. Should stay. So we should be good to go. All right. But this is a clutch update video. So let's start selling you some pythons, right? Because that is what we do on these videos. I got my ready-made pricing sheet right here. And since this one's out, we're going to work in reverse order today. Why? Because I want to. So this one is a little normal, and it is, let me double check. That's right, it is a female, and like all of our normals, it is available for $20. So, $20, normal, female, and it has already had actually 3 meals. We're a little late on getting this one up. Next up is, of course, 180409. That's that bee that I said was my favorite, and you're going to have to just not get that one. Sorry, that one is not being made available right now. 180408, though, is, and that is our female spider, one of them. This one is being made available. Of course, we do have some gnats flying around because it's feed day, and we kind of overdid it on one of our females that just laid eggs. We offered her a meal. She took the meal. She wrapped them like sweet action. She killed it, and then she didn't eat it, and I had a mess, which caused some gnats. Yeah, fuck my life. Anyway, part of doing this, right? 180408, though, is a spider female, and for her, we're asking $100, like I do for all my spider females. She's pretty cool. Now, my favorite one is obviously the one that's more reduced, but if you want a little more pattern, this is probably the one to go with. So it all depends on what your needs are. Really long little snake. Whoop. Oh, I know. You're like, why did you make me go back in and scare me? All right, 180407. Now, this one is a male, and this is the one that I said is probably a super pastel, or maybe just a pastel. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's very similar looking, but it's a shade darker, and the head isn't quite as blushed as this one. So what I'm going to do, this is definitely a super pastel, is I'm going to call this a pastel. It may actually be a super, you know, I think when I logged it, on there I wrote super pastel question mark. I know I did in the computer. So what we're going to do on this is it is a male, so we're going to do this one for $75, which is what we would normally charge for a male pastel. So it's, yeah, but again, very could well be a super. So we're going down to 75 bucks. Go from there. So we're only going to guarantee the pastel portion. And this brings us to another female spider. This was the one that I said if I was picking one, I'd pick because it has just, they're both close, but this one has only the 1 dot. The other one had about 3 dots. Over here. So it only has 1 dot. The other one has about 3 dots. See, because it's like I'm right-handed, so I'm naturally over here. So this is like an awkward movement, like, but really nice little spider female. That's why I'm over there, though. I wondered, oh, you're gonna kill me? You're gonna kill my pinky? Thank you for letting me have that back. And just like the other spider female, she is also $100. All right, 180405. This one is a killer bee male. Pretty smoking snake. Now, I know we just sold one of these for $150 shipped, but you had to be quick on the trigger because now these are at our retail price. Our retail price on killer bees is going to be $225. Here's the reason. Those are damn nice killer bees. And quality matters. It just simply does. This is like, they're going to end up looking like her. Like they are. It's the same pairing, same clutches. So they're going to hold, you know, the colors like her. They're going to hold the faded black like her. And again, she just laid. They're going to keep that faded yellow color. They're going to be beautiful. So I don't feel bad about that at all. So we do $225 on our killer bees. And we also can guarantee that they are, in fact, killer bees. So that is always a good thing. We'll slide that one back up. 180404. This is the bumblebee version. And the bumblebees, this one is a male. get that out there really quick while I'm working on this. He is only going to be, where I write him down at, $125. So he is quite a bit cheaper. But again, the Killer Bees look way neater, way better. They hold their color way more. And of course, if you're breeding, you're guaranteed to pass on pastel. These are 50-50. However, bumblebees are one of my favorite snakes of all time. The name's cool. I love the dark blacks. You know, one of my first ball pythons was a bumblebee. I got it and my first Xanthic at the exact same time. I liked the bumblebee so much that when I picked it up, I was doing my first ever reptile flipping. One thing I say I shouldn't do. I was brand new, okay? And I'd worked out a deal where I had bought the Xanthic and I was buying the bumblebee from the same guy, and I was already had the bumblebee sold to a local place here, a shop that was just going to resell it anyway, and they knew the whole deal. So one shop we actually own part of now. We didn't at the time. And so I picked them up, and the whole drive home, I'm looking at this bumblebee, and I'm like, damn, man, this thing's so cool. I wish I didn't have to sell it, but I already said I was going to, so I'm going to, and it sucks, and I really liked it. And so we go to the shop to sell that snake, and lo and behold, the shop was closed because they were away at a show. So since it was closed, I had to go get a new cage. I was still running glass aquariums at the time. It's like most people who are starting out. Had to go get a new cage and get it all set up. I had to invest more money. So then I'm like, well, and then I get to keep it because I had to buy the stuff I wouldn't have had to buy. And I got to keep that bumblebee. And that bumblebee is none other than this big old boy right here. So that was Apollo back when he was, about 400 grams maybe. And you can see he's doing well now. He isn't shed, but just great, great snake. So that's my story on how I got into bumblebees. But ever since then, they've been one of my favorites. So whoever picks up that straight bumblebee is going to do really well. But onto this snake. This is 180403. This is a Killer Bee. You also can't have it because, you know what? We just sold this to Fantasy Balls on Patreon sale. You just saw it get sold. So this one is already gone. Congratulations on winning that too, by the way. And then we have one more though, Killer Bee male. So we did have 3 from that clutch. They were all male. This one is available, just like the other one is at $225. They're both pretty much equally nice in my book. It's kind of whichever one you like the pattern on better, I guess. But they're both really good animals. So we'll put him back up. Just beautiful. And that brings us to the final ball python of the clutch. And that is one I already showed you a little bit earlier in the control tub, the Super Pastel. See here, I'll put it in a good light. And he is going to be, actually I said he, and I should have said she. This one is a female. I'll show that to you. Double check on it since I said both. Give me your butt, girly. Oh man, I gotta get you to calm down. Oh, I know, you don't like this. Nobody likes looking under the hood in public on camera. Well, some people do, I guess. You know what? Maybe if you let me do this, you can date Donald Trump one day. You can see it's a female. There you go. And that was just in reference to the whole, you know, he dated the porn star thing. I don't really care. Doesn't matter. I mean, if we're going to get upset about that, we'd have to hate Bill Clinton and everybody else too, right? All right. So basically saying I'm not political. I hate all politicians equally. Put that one back in there. It is a Super Pastel female, and being it's female, it is $150 for that snake. So to recap, we have the Super Pastel female $150, several Killer Bee males for $225, a Spider female for $100, is it a Super Pastel or is it a pastel male for $75, a Spider female for $100. We did the one that was a Patreon sale. We have a normal for $20, and then we have that Bumblebee female that you can't get your hands on because right now she's listed as a hold. All right. Whew, I think that covers it. All right, Jen, still standing in for question. Do we got any questions?
No questions.
All right, Kurt, did you think of any?
No.
It's terrible. It's terrible. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.